Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. So in Oldschool Runescape there are quite a few unobtainable items, whether they were discontinued, they just never existed because they're a placeholder or something like that, or potentially they are going to be used for future content. These items are normally discovered when someone decompiles the RuneScape code and finds traces of their ID there, or JMods confirm them on Twitter or something like that. I did make a video a few weeks ago like this, but I found quite a few other items that are not obtainable, and some of them have an interesting backstory to them, so I thought I'd make a follow-up video. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. Coming in at number 1 is the Old Key. The Old Key is an unobtainable item that was added in with the Sleepy update, or Sleepy, or however you want to say it. It is actually a visible item, however it is in an area of the Sleepy dungeon that you cannot access, at least yet. Someone on Twitter asked, is this Crack the Clue number 2? Can you give me a hint? Mod West said it is not connected to Crack the Clue, nor is it obtainable at the present time. If it were either of those things though, I certainly wouldn't be giving out hints. This makes it kind of a unique item because it is visible, it's just the actual area you cannot enter, unlike most items which don't let you pick it up or just aren't even on the ground anywhere in the game. It seems like Mod West is hinting that this could all be a future update of some sort, possibly a future quest for the whole area. Coming in at number 2 is the Elixir of Everlasting. Now this is kind of related to the first one. Once again, the Elixir of Everlasting is an unobtainable item that was released alongside Sleepy. Again, this is another item that was designed by Mod West but not put in the game as of yet. He said, it was a scroll I ran out of time to write. I kept it in as I knew it'd be found by certain players, and I enjoy the idea of them searching for it fruitlessly. Much like the Old Key, it'll play a part in potential future content. It seems like based on his reply, it seems very likely that these two items could be connected into a future vampire quest. Now there's no way to actually view the Elixir of Everlasting in game, but you can see it in the source code having the item ID 22422. If you examine it, it says it's an ancient scroll about herb lore. So my guess is that it unlocks a new potion for you, maybe possibly to do with the new vials of blood that were dropped from Raids 2 or something else related to that. I know there are new potions like the Bastion potion and the Battle Mage potion, but maybe there's an expansion planned distantly in the future to add in completely new potions just based on this area. Speaking of potions, coming in at number 3 is the Firework potion. The Firework potion is another unobtainable item. With the examine text, a firework potion, this'll look pretty. It seems like the potion was originally intended just to be for fun, maybe it was part of a Christmas or holiday event, and what it was planned to do is you would smash it and it would create fireworks above your head. However, this item never came into the game, but the animation is still used whenever you level up. You'll notice when you level up there will be a sound as well as an animation of a firework plane, and that's all that potion would have been, except in a more portable form. Coming in number 4 is Leon's Champion Scroll. Leon is the leader of the Champions Challenge minigame, and if you don't know, there are 10 obtainable champion scrolls you can get into the game. So when you obtain all 10 of them, you actually get to fight Leon Decor yourself. After you kill him, it displays Leon's champion scroll in the kind of success window. However, you don't actually obtain the actual physical item, however it does have an item ID, and it seems like maybe it was intended to be put into the game. I think it would be nice to actually give people this item because it would be such a rare and prestigious item that almost nobody has. Like probably just a couple hundred people actually have the Champion's Cape. However, it would be kind of cool to have Leon's Champion Scroll as well. Next up here is the Manspeak amulet. The Manspeak amulet was an item that was used in the older versions of the Evil Bob random event minigame. Originally, you were transported to the island of Escape Room, and there was an amulet in a chest that you had to take and put it on to be able to speak to the cat. However, they found that a lot of new players were not successfully doing that, and apparently it was too complicated. So they just decided to equip the cat with the amulet of Manspeak. So this item is no longer obtainable, however you can still see it on Evil Bob when you get the fishing minigame. The amulet of Human Speak is actually referred to in the Recipe for Disaster quest. When the cat Awawigi in the Recipe for Disaster dining hall is trying to speak with other people, he says that he must have lost his amulet of Human Speak. Coming in at number 6 is the numerous amount of flat packs that were never actually added into the game. There are about 20 different flat packs that never made it into the game. Examples here are the Oak Lectern flat pack, the Crystal Ball flat pack, a Globe flat packs, or a Teak Telescope flat pack. There are a ton of them. There was a comment by a moderator on this. It says there's a number of flat packs that exist as objects in the game, but you can't actually create them because they were created when construction was being developed as a skill back in 2005. The flat packs that existed were scrapped, but the objects weren't deleted, so they made it into the live game. We could make them flat packable, but there's no real benefit to it. So it seems like these are all just kind of relics of when the construction skill was actually introduced into the game, and it's not likely that they will ever be obtainable again. Coming up next, we have the Useless Key. The Useless Key is an unobtainable item that was released again alongside the Taste of Hope quest. I don't know why there are so many discontinued or unobtainable items from this quest, but there are. The key replaced the discontinued shortcut key, but was only visible in game if the player had not deleted their bank placeholder. A pretty popular streamer by the name of Ron Plays Game actually posted on Twitter, "What the fuck is a useless key? It even has an examine text and I can't take it out of my bank." Modwolf then confirmed that we wiped the key, but we did not wipe the placeholder. Whoops. Honestly, it's pretty hilarious that people who have that as a placeholder cannot delete it. I think they should just leave it like that just because it's funny. No, they should probably get rid of it. Coming in at number 8 is the fish vial. Now this item was presumably another concoction that was made for barbarian training. The examine text says this vial is filled with mashed fish. Yuck. I'm very curious to what this was because right now all of the barbarian potions are pretty underpowered, or maybe they even ran out of levels because right now the extended super anti-fire mix requires 99 herb lore to create. The super anti-fire mix requires 98 herb lore. Maybe they had another potion in mind, but they just ran out of increasing levels to give it because they already maxed it out at 99. Most likely we will never know. Next up here is Xeros's, I don't even know how to say this. I'm just going to put the text on screen. It's Mjolnir. Molnir. I don't know, fuck the J, let's just get that out of there. The examine text doesn't really tell you much. Most people think it was presumed as an intended reward for treasure hunting with the enchanted key. The enchanted key is a quest item used in the Making History quest. Once you've completed the quest, there are additional treasures that you can locate using the key. Once all the treasures have been found, the key will melt. So the key does actually melt in game, so it's not like a hidden item that nobody has gotten yet. It just seems like they were planning on adding this Xeros item, but never got around to adding it. I really like looking at the sprites for these things because you really wonder what this item would have looked like. This 30 by 30 pixel sprite really does not tell us that much. Next up here is Lathas's amulet. This amulet was given as a reward for completing Biohazard back in 2002. The player was given the amulet by Lathas so they could inform them upon their discovery of their way into Tiranwa. And additionally, the amulet's gem was green until the release of the Underground Pass quest, so this is going way back into 2002. After the Underground Pass quest was released, the actual gem turned red. Coming in at number 11 is the Rancid Turkey. The cooked turkey was actually an event item from back in 2013 for the Thanksgiving beach party. However, once the event was over, they made it so that the turkey turned rancid. It's actually available in the patch notes from that date. It reads, "The Thanksgiving party has been removed from Catherby. Any leftover turkey meat has now gone rotten." Interestingly, players could only possess 2 cooked turkeys per inventory and they could not be banked. When you attempted to bank them, there would be a message in the chat saying a magical force prevents you from banking this item, and hilariously you were able to kick them around. They could be kicked anywhere, even across the water. However, after the event, the items got removed and replaced with the Rancid Turkey item in the game cache. And coming in at number 12 is the Dwarf. It's actually an unobtainable item depicting a statue of King Elvis. Alvis was the king of Keldgrim, the capital of the Dwarven region. The only time it's visible in game is on the reward scroll for completing the giant dwarf quest and cannot be obtained by regular players. However, on the trading post prior to its removal, you were actually able to search up the dwarf item right on the trading post, which is really weird. It seems like the way they designed the trading post incorporated every single item ID regardless of whether it was obtainable in the game or not. However, that being said, it still seems kind of strange that they didn't at least vet the items to make sure that items that could not be obtained, especially random ones like this, didn't appear in the trading post. But they did fix it with the introduction of the Grand Exchange. However, there are still items on the Grand Exchange that are not obtainable, even if you put a buyer offer in for it. And coming in number 13 is Spirit Roots. Spirit Roots never made it into the game. If you examine them, it says the roots of a spirit tree, not surprisingly. And most likely it would have been a potential reward for cutting down and digging up a spirit tree. Because when you look at every other tree, you can get roots that correlate to the tree. You can get magic roots, maple roots, oak roots, willow roots, and yew roots. But there are no spirit tree roots, so maybe at some time in the future we'll have an antidote plus that we can use the spirit tree roots on, or maybe there will be a use for the spirit tree roots outside of herblore. Anyway guys, that is it. Those are 13 different items that are not obtainable in game. Like I said earlier, some of them are just traces of old updates and will probably never have any impact on the game again. However, there are some items that may provide future content in the years to come. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave the video a like. I always appreciate it, and I will see you next time.